Okay, so we're at the Matthews project, and we've been here quite a few times in the previous videos, but we figured we'd kind of tell you a little bit about the surprises and stuff that we've already encountered, which, as you can tell, all the walls in this entire house are ripped out. We weren't expecting that whatsoever. We figured we'd take the plaster off, sheetrock it, call it a day. Well, it turns out we had to re-insulate. Take that back, not re-insulate. We had to insulate the entire house because there was zero insulation literally in this entire house. So there's one. Number two, we found out that we actually didn't have to rewire the entire house. So that saved us $8,000 before we even really got started. So obviously when you save money in the flip business, that's always a good deal. So we'll kind of walk through a little bit. Like I said, I know y'all have seen a little bit of it. We've shown a lot of the Matthews project. We've shown a lot of the Overhill project, but we got 3 more that are coming that we'll kind of show y'all in future videos. I know I've said that a few times. We got to get to them, get some good content on that for y'all guys, so stay tuned. But as you can tell, as we kind of just walk through real quick, walls are ripped out like I was saying. Insulation, we don't insulate interior walls because the insulation is to keep the heat out or the cool in and vice versa. And so what we have here, we got rooms, we have a bathroom. I know you're not going to really be able to tell too much because of how crazy it is in here, but we got a kitchen and a few things that we'll kind of go over. So originally, if I think the cost estimate was going to be like $60,000 to $70,000, which now that we know that we didn't have to do the electrical, but we did have to do the installation. So it was kind of a switch there. And so now we are kind of moving and shaking. Hopefully the next week or so we'll have sheetrock coming in. I forgot to say, another thing is, I don't know if the camera can see it, but this is sagging a lot. And that was also something that we weren't expecting. And so now we're gonna have to re-brace it, make sure it's done properly, because like I always preach every time, thanks for that. Anyways, as we preach, we want to make sure that we give a really good quality product to new buyers. We don't want to just put lipstick on a pig, as they say. We want to make sure that we're giving a nice quality home. So 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, those buyers can come back and be like, David, Jamie, we still love our house. And that's kind of what we're shooting for. And so we can do some quick B-roll of the house. I know you've already seen it, but now you can see it kind of freshened up a little bit, get you a little bit more of an idea of the layout, and we'll show you as we progress.
I want to keep this.
I would be interested to see if we could do away with these to keep this entire column. Windows, basically all the windows, as much normal character as we can keep is what we're going to try to keep. The size of the windows, the scale of the rooms, as much cool original stuff as we can keep. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to keep the floors because there's the variances in it. There's just so many. You
I
got,
thought we were.
look at that, bow. And then over here you got a big old hole.
But we could keep it.
Possibly. Well, it just depends on what you want on your budget.
Where's Cedar?
Original moldings.
You almost tore it down.
No, I didn't.
So in this house, it should be 3 bedrooms, but because this bedroom doesn't have a closet, it's not technically a bedroom. And they're going to have to build a closet out into this room.
So I represent the closet.
Yeah. Is that where
It's going to be 18 inches and 24 in
We
length.
need to measure that. So it's like, what? He hates when I do that. Thinking about, making this an actual master suite because this only has 1 bathroom and it's kind of small. We were going to cut out right there and have that enter into a master suite because there's already a concrete pad back there, so it'd be easy to do. But
It's about $100 a foot to do that.
yeah, and because of comps in the area, it wasn't going to make sense.
Let's go outside because
front porch.
I want to show. Oh, the front porch ain't outside because you'll find out real quick why we had to go on with the blown-in insulation versus the blown-in cellulose that we typically use. It's a little. This is more expensive. It's a higher R value, but once you see the outside, I don't know the actual what it is. I just know it's like better insulation.
So
thought I
here's
did
what
something
happened.
wrong.
I was upstairs doing my yoga as usual every morning, and I come down, and David walks in with Scotty, and he's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, they've started on the driveway at Matthews." I was like, "What? What are you talking about? The driveway at Matthews?" I was like, "No one's talked to me about this." He was like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be in front of the house. You know, 2 spaces there where 2 cars can pull up." And I was like, "No, it's supposed to go on the side of the house." I had planned it all the way down the left. We were gonna put steps up onto the porch. That's where my driveway was supposed to be. Major freak out.
She freaked out, big
I
time.
freaked out.
But what she also didn't realize is that there's a speed limit sign right there that you would have to move and everything. And I kept on trying to tell her, it's not that big.
But he's explaining it, and it sounds like the entire front yard is going to be concrete. And I was like, no, absolutely not. Go stop it all. And
So the final product,
he ends up calling our contractor. He's like, okay, we'll stop now. And then I start feeling a little bad. And I was like, okay, hold on. Let me just go look at this. So we open the truck, we come over here. I'm not kidding you. There's probably 10 guys out here working on this
I
concrete
tried telling her
driveway.
that.
And so I was like, oh. But anyway, you can see it's really not that bad.
Not bad, it's
Turned out
great.
Great.
Thank
so
you.
now cars do not have to, play musical cars
Musical speed limit sign.
and that too. So you were right.
Boom, on camera. So next topic, now that that's on camera, we're gonna clip that and put it on TikTok and everything. So like I was telling y'all real quick, I know we're probably kind of going 10 minutes in now. If you made it this far, please, you know what I'm gonna say, smash that like button, comment, subscribe, be here for us, be here with us as we grow. But I don't know if you can see in the camera, but as we walk up to the house real quick, excuse the, watch your step, excuse the sun, but you can see how uninsulated and unsealed this house was. And so it was, I don't get that to go up there. So basically, with us insulating it the way that we did, we're gonna have to pressure wash the outside, caulk the entire outside, and get it nice and sealed for the new homeowners because of how unsealed and crazy this house was. It was literally so bad when we busted the walls out, we could literally see through the house. And so when I told y'all this is gonna be a big one, this is a big one. So anyways, that's our update for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said a few seconds ago, smash that like button, subscribe, be here with us. What do you gotta say?
Do what he said.
Happy wife, happy life. She said it, you gotta do it. Talk to y'all next week.